Crazy Crab in the house, and today I'm going to review El Camino, and this is a film that is an epilogue of sorts to Breaking Bad, the television show that I was a big fan of. I watched every episode. I can't say I'm like some huge fanatic because I haven't rewatched it, but it's very memorable. I loved it. It's one of my favorite TV shows I've ever seen, and I remember it like I just saw it yesterday. So going into this movie was just really exciting. I got to see it in theaters. It was playing at a local theater. If you live in a bigger city, it might be playing in your local theater. Check it out. If not, you can also see it on Netflix. I'm going to try to keep this spoiler free and very brief because I just want to give a quick review of it. You probably should be familiar a little bit with Breaking Bad, or you may have no clue what I'm talking about, and you also really won't have a clue what's going on in the film, which is my first positive. And I really appreciate they didn't waste time in this film. They didn't try to make this film like a standalone film that anybody could go watch, even if you've never seen Breaking Bad, which I think is good because they would have had to waste so much time with exposition and just stupid dialogue, and the movie would just have been worse for it, especially for Breaking Bad fans. Movie is for Breaking Bad fans. You go see this movie, you know what's going on. Jesse Pinkman just escaped from that neo-Nazi camp. He's driving off. He's laughing because he's kind of out of his mind right then. And we want to know what the heck happened after that. And this movie tells that story. And they keep this story very grounded. They don't go insane with it, which I appreciate. I was kind of worried that, it was just going to be so big. They were going to try to just make it unreasonable, make it stupid, make it unrealistic, really. When, really everything that had happened, Jesse Pinkman wasn't going to start, I don't know, selling drugs again or getting it into some kind of, there wasn't really a huge story there to tell. There shouldn't have been, but there was enough story that they were able to make a movie out of it. The real good thing about it is it's really in Breaking Bad style. There's so much in this movie, from the humor to the action to just everything about it is just right in Breaking Bad style. If you like Breaking Bad, you're probably going to like this movie. There are a lot of old characters that come back and reprise their role. It's so fun to watch. Now you have to understand that, of course, it's several years later, so some of the characters are going to look a little different, and one in particular looked a lot different because it looked like he gained a lot of weight, and I hear that he's getting a lot of hate on Twitter. So I really don't want to add on to that by hating on anyone because of their weight, because I really don't care what your weight is. I don't think it's a big deal, except for the fact that it's hard to suspend disbelief when you're trying to see these characters. It's easy if they look close to the same. You don't really notice it. I'm not there with a magnifying glass. I'm not studying every wrinkle, but when a guy looks like he's about 100 pounds different, then it's just very noticeable. And that would be the same if he was 100 pounds skinnier in this movie. I'd be like, well, what's going on? Was he freaking got cancer all of a sudden? Why does he look so skinny? Same thing, but in this case, he's 100 pounds heavier. And, it just makes me think, like, really, they couldn't get him to lose some weight for them? Maybe he did lose weight. Maybe he was even bigger. I don't know. But that was a distraction, but it wasn't a huge deal. It was just a minor distraction. I mean, once you kind of get used to it, you're like, okay, that's him. That's the character. It's the same guy. I look at his eyes. I can see him. It's him, but he looks a little different. It's not really making sense why he looks like that, but okay, we can deal with that. That's the only complaint about this movie. Now, I mean, I could tell you, if you go see this movie and you're expecting the same high, the same, exhilarating feeling you might have gotten from Breaking Bad at its best, you're not going to get that because that's not there to be told, and I'm glad it wasn't there. They told a simple story of Jesse Pinkman and what happened. They did manage to put some good action, some good humor, and a lot of good suspense in there where the story grabs you if you're a Breaking Bad fan. If you're not a Breaking Bad fan and you go watch this movie, you're not going to know what's happening. But so many good moments in this movie, so many awesome moments, so many old characters that are just, this is just great to see. It's really cool to watch. It's really awesome. Loved the movie. Hard to give it a score because, I want to give it basically a 9.5 or a 10 even, but then that kind of implies that this is some kind of awesome movie that you go in, like Joker or Godfather or something of that, the original Star Wars or something like that. It's not like that. It's just, for what it is, an epilogue to Breaking Bad. For what it is, it's really, really good. I really enjoyed it. I mean, and it couldn't have been better. If they tried to make it that kind of movie, yeah, I might have said, wow, that was a really awesome movie, but it doesn't really make sense because Jesse Pinkman would not be, it just wouldn't make sense for him to try to get back into any kind of life where anything near as crazy is going to happen as happened in Breaking Bad. And, you don't want to try to top Felina to try, which is the name of that final episode. You don't want to try to top that. Just try to make a great story, a great epilogue that you can watch Breaking Bad, and then you can enjoy this film. And it's 2 hours long, but it felt like an hour. I was like, it's already over. And that's a good sign. That means just it was entertaining and it was fun. But again, if you're not a Breaking Bad fan, you're just going to be like, that movie didn't do a very good job of explaining what the hell is going on. There's a reason for that. This movie is not just for anybody. It's for somebody who's watched Breaking Bad. You need to have watched Breaking Bad to watch this movie and know what the hell is going on. So anyway, that's a quick review there. Again, I'm not going to give it an official score, but I'm going to say for what it is, it's a good 9.5 out of 10 for what it is. A really fun movie if you're a fan of Breaking Bad. If you saw it, let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for checking out this video. My name is Crazy Crab, and I'm going to bed.